Welcome to Albion TV presents the AO Daily Show, your source of real news in an unreal world, keeping you up to date on the latest news, events, and the great community of Albion Online. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of November, and I'm your host, Shozen. And with me today is my co-host, Bogul. How are you doing today, Bogul? Welcome back.
Hello, hello. Good morning. I'm doing quite good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I am not even sure where I am. I wasn't even sure which show I was doing today. I had to think about it for a second, but I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be back. Today is going to be a very light show
hmm
because tomorrow, apparently, we have big news, Bogle.
We do, yeah. But we don't have much today in regards to what is going to be the reveal tomorrow, right?
Well, we could tell them something, can't we?
And I would really have to think about it, what we can tell. And I think we need to just do it tomorrow because we have a whole show on this tomorrow. We have a bunch of stuff coming out tomorrow. And there is not much we can really say, I think.
Are you can't say anything?
Mm, Not as far as I know. What, do you
But
have something?
we do, Bogle, we do. We have all sorts of info that we could share, and I feel bad. I feel like we should be able to share something. Um, you know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna give a hint. I'm gonna tell them that they can expect some wandering mobs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's it. That's all I can do. That's it.
What?
Like
All right, all
I
right.
think that's enough.
I have one thing as well.
Okay, Bogle's got one.
Stuff will ramp up.
Yes.
That's fairly obvious. I'm sorry, but
It's the beginning of a consistent ramping up of stuff to continuously be dropped on your heads for the next few months. Um, there's new stuff gonna be there, and new stuff will continue to show. And I think that's enough of a tip and a hint. And
yeah,
with what we gave, you guys will be. It's just one day, just one day. It's like it's Christmas Eve. I
it's not
can't
even
give
24
you.
hours, right? It's
Yeah,
if everything works out, it should happen with and after downtime.
yeah. You guys will know more about it before I can even talk to you about it. Like you'll see stuff tomorrow. Like
Okay.
get excited. It's new. It's fun. It's gonna be a good time. But I had a good time the other night, Bogle.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, I've been fixing my office
Mm-hmm.
for a few days. I took Thursday and Friday off. I took Monday off. I'm supposed to be off today, but I am actually streaming from. Well, I'm not streaming. Bogle streaming. I'm hosting from my bedroom. Yeah, huh? Hosting from the bedroom. That's why there's no
Wow.
cam, guys. Don't want to get kicked off at Twitch, if you know what I mean. Ah, exciting. But I will be back in full tomorrow in the office. The studio still has one more wall to go, but I'll be back in there, and we will have camera and lights and all the fancy action to go along with the news. But over the weekend, I did set up my computer, and on Saturday, I went out with the guild. One of us is in Viz. Now, this is an interesting guild because it's a family friendly guild that was founded by 10 players who know each other in the real world. They're friends, they hang out, they live about 15 minutes away from each other, and they have gone through many of the top guilds in the game. So they're pretty good players. And at some point, they decided, you know what? Let's stop being a guild inside of other guilds. Let's be our own guild. And they've had some success. They were able to get to silver 2 seasons ago, which was kind of impressive. I believe they were the only guild to get to silver by just raiding mages. They've done a lot of very cool things. We had a lot of fun. They're only about 60 guys total, but we were able to take on some pretty significant guilds out there, like Shelty. We got to face off against them, I think, 3 times in the night. Twice I got to loot Sorab, take his stuff. So that was
Ooh.
pretty good. Yeah, I do have screens of that somewhere. I'll have to show them off. Uh,
That sounds fun. So
but
you went ganking with him, and then you just
yeah,
recorded a little bit of talk, or what did you guys do?
we ganked and fought and talked for about 3 hours, and I got a lot of content over that period.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I have Jackie Ace. I have heard the news on Sorab. Sorry to interrupt, but we were just talking about him. There's all sorts of drama about him right now. We can't go into it until we have any clue what's actually going on. We're not going to engage in speculation like he is. Poor guy. He does have. He's always involved in the Albion drama.
Mhm.
Like that seems to be his shtick, is to find. Yeah, lots of drama. Poor guy.
But let's talk
He was
about the
not
guys
only one.
you
Oh,
actually
cool.
talked to
Sorry.
in this interview.
Yeah, I talked to these guys. They're a family-friendly guild. They had a very exciting night. As we were getting to play,
Mhm.
they actually got a phone call that one of their members who wasn't able to make it was just became a parent. They had their baby while we were all hanging out together. So they got the text saying it was happening, and that was really exciting. But I think without any further ado, I guess there's really no introduction on this, guys, because it
Mhm.
really was, we played for about 3 hours, and I tried to splice something together that would work. And I think it works, but there is no introduction. So you're going to be talking. We're talking to about 3 different guys. It's Joe Jetski. I camp often. Is that what we have there?
I camp a lot, and I
I
think
camp a
you're.
lot. Sorry, and Midnight Frostbite. Those are the 3 guys I was talking to mostly during this. You'll hear some other voices pop in, but those are the 3 voices you hear primarily.
Okay. Yeah. And that will be the interview for today. I think we will have some raffles going on meanwhile. Yes, Shozen?
Yeah, I've
Since you're
got a
back.
full slate of raffles, so I'll be constantly updating the raffles. So as you're listening, keep your eye on chat.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll not be announcing them like on the stream. You'll only see them in chat. So if you want to get your prize, you have to claim it, in chat. Whisper me after you see it up there. Hit me with the whisper, and I will make sure you get it later today or tomorrow at the latest when I get back in the office.
Okay. And then without further ado, let's start this interview. Enjoy Shozen talking to the One of Us is Invis guys.
Sorry, I was on the phone with Brandon. They're on their way to have a baby.
Awesome.
Oh, awesome.
It's
All right,
time?
everybody mount up.
It's time.
Oh, that's very
Let's go
exciting.
northwest so we can meet up with camp.
Sure. There's going to be another mini Brands fan.
Indeed. Number 5.
So this is a family-friendly guild. Aww.
Sure.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Look how sweet you guys are.
Have you ever heard of Svenhard's Bakery? They have pastries in the stores and stuff.
No.
By any chance where you live?
Yes.
I'll DM you a picture of the logo. A lot of people say no, and then as soon as
Then
they see the
it, then
logo,
they
go,
like, oh, yeah.
wait a sec. Yeah, I'll DM you a logo in a second.
Yeah, that's what you get with, like at Costco or Sam's Club or
Oh my
any of
god,
that
they're
stuff. They have
everywhere.
like
They're
that.
in Safeway, they're in 7-Eleven, they're everywhere.
They were in the little family-owned
All around
grocery
the
store
world.
growing up.
They're so good. They even like Cracker Jacks that come with an insulin EpiPen.
I think
Well, he figures out those logistics. So yeah, he started in Alpha, and then I don't remember if Laser was there in Alpha or not, but a number of our founders were part of various different betas as well. And then we were with Tea Party for a long time, including with Launch. We all started with Tea Party. And then after that, when Tea Party folded, we were alone for a little bit. We joined a group called Those Guys, which is a really small
Can't get that
guild.
one.
Sweet, thank you. Yeah, we were with Those Guys for a little bit, and that was a great place to be. And we were with some really cool peeps. Oh wait, I need to take these back up because I was belonging to Jojeski. And then that became kind of inactive for a little bit when the GM was dying, literally, unfortunately.
Sorry to hear that.
Still alive, alive from what we know, maybe, question mark?
Yeah,
Battling
doing
cancer.
well.
Good, glad to hear that. Yeah, he's been like battling cancer and stuff. So, but we were in Alliance, and then we hopped the fence from within Alliance, and we're part of Savage for quite a long time, and that was lovely. And it was when Savage decided to go on hiatus for a bit that we looked down and realized, okay, you know what? We're just going to make our own guild. And because we've always functioned as a guild within whatever guild we were part of. We acted kind of like a micro guild because the 10 of us founders were all friends out in Meatspace. We live like a 15-minute drive from each other. And so we've always just said, like, wherever we go, we're going together. And like we started off like pooling our mats and stuff like that. So we always functioned as a micro guild within whatever guild we were part of. So we said, you know what, screw it. We're going to make our own guild and see what happens. And as soon as we did, we all looked at each other and said, bruh, why didn't we do this at launch day? Oh my God, it's about time. So.
We were in Blue Army, some of us, for 4 days before we made our own. And then some people stayed and got the crystal and then moved their.
Which season was that?
There was a
Rhino season, right?
Oh, Rhino season.
No,
Yeah.
no, it wasn't
No,
Rhino.
no. That was Chariot season.
Yeah, Tower Chariot.
Tower Chariot. Okay.
The issue was when Savage got taken over, there were several of us that were veteran players that made the cut for Blue Army. There was a number of people that got moved out. So what we did was we kept one character in Blue Army that we played with and kept up all the requirements to stay part of Blue Army and help win the season. And then the rest of us ended up beginning to create our own guild. And then once the season was over, we dropped and enveloped everybody into one of us is Invis. We had some interesting iterations that we came up with for our guild name, but that we just knew they weren't family friendly. Everything from Wife Agro to It Burns when I PvP.
I like that one. When you told me that one, I was like, that's a really good one. How can you not use that?
Have Candy get in the van.
Yeah, that was even better.
There's just a number of just unfamily friendly ones
so
that were
many.
really good.
But you're a family friendly guild, though, right?
No, we are, and that's one of the things. In fact, we've always rolled with. Typically, we found ourselves in the top end alliance. In fact, I can't remember a time that we weren't until we decided to go on our own and try and create something. And so we really wanted to stick to being a family-friendly guild, being that our original group of 15 or 16 people, basically, I would say 10 of them have kids, and several of us have several kids that play this game with us. So usually Thursday nights, we'll have a couple of kids that are like 11, 9-ish join us.
That's amazing.
And be playing with us. In fact, they really love running with all of us.
You would be amazed how impressively savage some of these kids are at 1v1.
My
mean,
son,
like,
at age
watching
11
his
is ridiculous.
Oh,
There have been times. Okay, so I'll give you an example. We were in Savage. We're with Blue Army, and we were doing a huge CVZ and fighting, and I was backup shot caller, so I wasn't paying attention to what my son's doing. So we're calling the fight, and all of a sudden we blow through them, and we're off blowing out people, and they're running away. And all of a sudden, my son's yelling in the mic like, "Oh my God, Dad! I got a bunch of them over here!" And we're like, I'm actually yelling in the Discord saying, "What are you doing? Clear over there! They're headed your way, son! Get out of there! Get out!" All of a sudden, up comes his kill. Up comes his kill. We're all like, "Oh, go! Go!" And all of a sudden, here comes another one of his kills. He was picking off people left and right. It was so ridiculous.
it was amazing. So
Everybody
all
was
these
like,
people from
he got the
BA and
most
Savage freaking out, like, who is this kid? I mean, like, because he wasn't in the Discord because the Discord was
Yeah.
not family friendly. So they were over in TeamSpeak. So he wasn't in our
He would
Discord,
sit-
and
he
so
would
you've
sit
got
next
all
to me
these
and just
adults
listen to my calls.
freaking the crap out, like. What is this? What is this? He keeps getting all these kills, and Cam's yelling. He's a kid, and so that's when everyone understood. Oh yes, Cam's blood runs deep.
That's
Oh, yeah.
awesome. That's fantastic. One of my favorite moments for me is playing with mine too. Like,
next to me right now as well.
how old is your kid?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's on another account. We're both playing side by side. He's 9 years old actually now.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
Yeah, my daughter
There's
is
a
9.
lot. There's a lot of people that play with their kids on the game.
We should be re-gearing for Fame Farm at this point.
Lovely. Well, I just sent you a friend request on Discord as well. I didn't properly introduce myself. Hi, I'm Midnight. I'm actually the official ambassador. I know you've been working with Joe a lot, and I wanted to respect the relationship that the two of you guys have built. So, if you got other questions or you want to hear more stories, I tend to not shut the hell up with stories and stories and stories and stories. So, hit me up, and I'll be happy to chat.
Well, do you want to tell another one right now? Maybe give me another one so I can make sure that I hit the 30 minutes for this one, and we have a couple of good stories about you guys.
Give me a general topic.
I can give you a few things, and then you can take off with it. So to date, our highest kill count in one night was 51 players ganked with no deaths, and everyone cleared out of the group of, I think there was about 10 of us. We ended up with about a $1.6 million payout. But most nights we love to run around ganking. I'll just tell you, anytime I see reds, no matter what we're doing, somehow I end up being dismounted and running after them.
He's a bull at the matador.
I'm telling you, we'll be like, okay, fine. They talk me into fame farming. We'll go and all of a sudden contact, and next thing you know, the running joke is that everything turns into a gank runner as CVZ. And so, anyways, a couple other things that are interesting about our guild is the first season we started off about 6 days late with creating the guild because of cooldowns and dropping out of Blue Army. And we ended up placing, help me remind me, guys, 39th that first season with only a total of about 10 active players. And then based off of that outcome, we ended up recruiting a number of people, and we've got some really good people in the family now.
Oh, you're missing the critical parts about that season, though.
Oh, go ahead.
So it was actually confirmed from SBI at a roundtable meeting that season, when we got to rank 39 with the 10 of us, that we were the first guild ever to reach silver by mage rating and mage rating alone. We did not get a single point from anything aside from mage rating. And so
only 10 people.
So I posted a little brag video on Reddit about the fact that we had done that.
Yeah.
And it was the very next season that all of a sudden there was not a single mage on the entire world map for like the entire season. Well, crap, I let the secret out.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
We made 31 the next season.
And what are you guys running at now for like player base? What do you have for active members?
I'd say we have about
60.
Yeah.
And we have about 60 people connected to the Discord. We've got a few people who are on various different leaves of absence. Someone who had to move, and so she and her family are offline. Someone who just got engaged and has been honeymooning and things like that. So we have a few people who are on some leave of absence, but we have about 60 people in our Discord.
Awesome.
I'd say most weeks we probably have about 40 active players on the regular, the regular people that play like 4 or 5 days a week would be.
We would love to get more in the EU.
We would, but here's the cool thing, Shozen, is how rare a family-friendly guild is in a game like this. Number one, let alone in Albion, but it's actually a pretty tight-knit community, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, when you guys were saying, go ahead. I'll come in later.
Oh, no. But what we find is even within the alliances that we join, it's a really safe place for people. They'll come in and jump in. Like tonight, we asked that if it would be just one of us as Invis folks, because we wanted to put on a good face for the Shozen. But most nights we have several alliance members that'll come in and jump in with us, and it's just a really fun environment that it's a safe place to hang out. And of course, they're the people like the Shozens and whatnot that come in and kind of mess up the family friendly. But
I am so sorry. I had no idea. I came in here and I just ruined the vibe.
Second one into Discord. All of a sudden, Shozen's dropping it. No, I'm kidding. But no, it's fun to have a good alliance that people love to come and hang out. And then the other cool thing is we're really good for new players. Like even tonight you heard we've got new players that are regularly joining in, and we're really good at teaching them and helping them gear up and help them teach the game, teach them ganking, ZVZ, all that kind of stuff. So a lot of the guys that we have were very new to the game when they first joined in with us. So it's really been from the ground up.
That's fantastic. And you were saying early, like when we were PvPing, there was somebody you guys got a message that somebody's baby was being born. Is that one of the original members, like one of your your tight group?
That was one of the guys that's been part of us since the founders, or since betas. He was actually the one that recruited me. He bought my primary account for me, and paid for it because I'm poor, for launch day.
Well, you should tell him that I would consider an absolutely fantastic honor if he named his children after me. I think it's fine. I understand why you'd want to do it.
See, and just that one line right there, you definitely fit in here perfectly.
Yes. I will tell you, we give each other a pretty hard time about stuff. It's pretty fun. We have a lot of inside jokes. We definitely don't want anyone to know that Sigador is our meat shield.
And I am honestly shocked at how not toxic I have been towards Spike throughout the evening. I'm a little proud of myself right now.
Very good. See, you're all on your good behavior, you know?
That's true. What happened?
You know you're being recorded. That's the other thing. When you know you're being recorded, it's like everybody tends to get a little bit more, you know, proper.
Okay.
I gotta say, I've been playing since the founder as well, and you won't find a less toxic guild in the game. I can guarantee that.
Well, I played in Conflict.
Oh.
And I think before you're toxic in Conflict, you actually have to file a report asking for permission to do it. And usually it'll get approved, but you have to get it like triple signed. So you have to go through 3 different officers to do it. And by the time you do that, generally you don't even want to be toxic anymore. And it's just like a pain in the ass. Do you know how many forms there are for bullying? One of the
top 50 guilds.
Hmm?
To be in one of the top 20 guilds, is it still true that you have to have at least 2 restraining orders on you to join? just wondering.
No, I think you have to have at least 3 muted members who can't speak in global.
There you go.
It is pretty rough sometimes.
I also want to thank you for two gold codes that I.
Oh, well, you're very welcome. Hey, thank you for watching the show. I appreciate everybody who watches. If you won 2 of them, it means you watched more than once.
Watch twice. No,
And then never again.
You know, it's interesting though with the new changes though. You know, we finished in the top 100 this season.
Yeah, I just watched that. Well, you're ranked 99, so yes, you made it inside the top 100.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, don't rain on my parade. At least I can say we're in the top 100.
No, I like that.
Wow,
no, I like that. It's like, you know, that's an impressive bit of spin. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, no, the spin is we're in the top 2% of the guilds because there's 8,000 guilds that rank.
There's so many guilds now.
And we're less than 2%.
I honestly think that that's, if anything, incredibly encouraging because in previous seasons, there were so few guilds on the ranking, and this is showing that SBI is paying attention to, okay, maybe we should be rewarding guilds for more than just the silliness of GVGs, but actually paying attention to what kind of content do people enjoy aside from just owning territories and castles, and actually rewarding people to the point where they are capable of ranking with whatever content it is that they actually enjoy. And so, if anything, it's showing how many people are actually playing the game. It's showing the health of the game based on how many guilds were actually ranked.
Yeah, we actually had a very good. We had 201 silver ranked guilds, with Fluffy Unicorns being ranked 201. I think that's
amazing.
Yeah. But what's really creepy is that like Synergy, I know Synergy. I know the guild. I've seen them play. They came in ranked 200th. So the points is not reflecting the amount of effort some of these guilds have put in. And that's why I'm looking forward to this point sharing, so that you won't see that pushing that's going on with some, you know, alliances often happens. You know, they just have all the points in the entire alliance go to one guild. That can't happen anymore. It just won't happen.
Right. And so my immediate rebuttal then, I posted this in the forums. So I know that ours is a little bit more of a unique situation, but I know that we're definitely not the only one like this. We are, if I recall correctly, I thought I glanced through, I might have been wrong. I think we're the only guild in BAM that made silver this season. In previous seasons, there were like 2 or 3, and like that was it. And the other guilds in our alliance don't care about getting silver. Our alliance was formed to be a social community. And so we're utilizing Alliance for that purpose of having content that people can go and do. But they don't care about silver, but we do. And that's the part that's really kind of murderous, is that in that regard, we're getting nerfed just as hard because we're part of a really big alliance. Currently, there are 60 guilds in Alliance. That's about to be chopped in half at least. But we're part of a guild, or we're part of an alliance that has 60 guilds, and so it's also a really big nerf for us, even though we barely made top 100 last season. So that's the thought that I'm looking at. Like, man, I wish that we could nerf the mega alliances and like the top guilds that are in the top 10 without us getting completely slammed with it. So
it was interesting the amount of effort that we put in this season, though, that we only got 99.
Yeah,
we grinded harder than any other season that we've done. And we made 99, where other years we just had very clear plans. I mean, we had to fight for every point we got this year. We scored, I'll give you an example, out of guild challenges, we scored 6,900. And just based on the number of players we have, we're not going to be able to make 50 out of 50 on a guild challenge. So our goal was to get to 25. We only got 23, but still we were really close to our goal for the guild challenge portion. So that means we got 6,900 points through that. But then the rest of our nearly 19,000 was over 12,000 of mage rating points, which, as we all understand, I mean, this season mage rating was atrocious. You basically had to blob to not invoke a major fight over
any mage,
any mages. And even then, when you were rolling with numbers, there was usually a bigger group out there that was trying to hunt you down, or a lot more people defended their points this season because they were so valuable to have those points. So it was really an interesting season. And I know, like, for example, I lost my roundtable seat because we ended up still finishing silver, but now it's all to the gold levels and above. And so, interesting thing with the coal this last week when they did that.
Well, they can't put 200 people on it for silver.
No, I agree. I totally understand that. But I also think that, I mentioned to someone, I was like, well, as well as I do, there's only about, like 30 people max that really comment regularly, constructive criticism and whatnot.
If you have been constructive over the last season, you can ask to be put on. Just ask Myth or Syria, say that you have been very active on that. You enjoyed your participation in it, and you would like to represent a smaller guild in this, and you hope that their representation still gets met, because there aren't many guilds your size that are able to secure gold. They just can't with only 60 people.
Correct.
So, I mean, it might work. So it can't hurt.
Nope, agreed. Well, my friend, thank you for taking the time to run with us. Hopefully, I don't know what we're compared to other groups, but
no, I enjoyed it. I think you guys did a really good job. I had a great time tonight running with you guys. It was very fun.
We're glad that you enjoyed yourself. If you're ever looking for banter and shenanigans and complete what the hell, then this is always a great place to, because it's family friendly and it's welcoming and it's hilarious, and come with a bowl of popcorn and a Jack and Coke, and it'll be a happy, friendly Tuesday.
Well, next time before I join the comms, remind me that it's family friendly. Because there's so few that it's hard for me to remember. Like, you'd think, oh, there are 2 family friendly guilds, you'd remember them.
Who's the other one?
I don't know. I'm sure there is one, and I don't remember them either. I'm sure there's got to be more than one of them. There's a lot of guilds out there, but I thought it was a very good time. I enjoyed myself. I got to drop off 2 cats into your boxes today. So I feel like I did a good job and I contributed. But I'm really hoping that guilds like you guys can compete in the new Outlands. When you said that you have 60 guilds in your alliance, you might cut that down to 30. If you guys can manage to bring 100 people to a ZVZ for defense with 24 hours notice out of that entire alliance, you guys could very well hold a territory, fill it full of little hideouts, and do very well. The outer ring is not going to be as hard to maintain if you have a few guilds joining together, and there's no reason why you guys with your skill shouldn't be enjoying the everything this game has to offer, because you guys seem to be able to get a good group together, bang heads, hold your own. You just beat Sorab today. You know that he's like King Ares, right?
Yeah.
He's what?
King Ares, that's one of his names.
Oh, yeah.
The Mad King.
That, yeah.
He's the Mad King of Albion. But he's a top player, so it's so much fun. Like, because he's really good. It wouldn't be fun if he wasn't any good. Put
Just
on a
the
guitar.
fact that we killed him a number of times tonight was just beautifully entertaining. If you
I
wouldn't
think he-
mind sending us a clip of that, that would be beautiful.
would
Because
be
I
great.
was dumb and I did not record that, and I'm definitely regretting that mistake. So if you would send that, that would make me so happy.
I have a feeling
think
that he
they-
was honestly bringing lower numbers so that we could enjoy ourselves. He's a weird guy, and I'm not sure if he's my friend or my frenemy, or my
Okay.
enemy.
Beautiful.
Like, I don't
Love
know
it.
where on
So I will
that
tell you,
line he
they
is.
really enjoy playing. They really enjoy playing. On Thursday night, we were over there, and we basically fought in their territory for, I'm going to say, a good solid hour and a half.
But he can bring
And I
more.
mean, he was coming decked out gear. No, I understand, but I'm telling you, we had about, I'm going to say the same numbers, about 12, 13 of us, and he wanted to fight all day long with about 7 people.
Huh.
And he was getting a kick out of it. I mean, there were several times he almost wiped our group because he is a ridiculous frost mage and can do
All
some.
right, well, see, maybe that's just it.
ridiculous
Maybe he
stuff,
just
but
wants to fight against the odds, because I know
I
that he can bring more than 6 people. Well, maybe not at this time. It's more of an EU guild.
This is
Definitely.
a tough time, but
Yeah.
I think they were trying to get revenge from the other night, because what happened was we dove in their territory, and he was able to knock 2 or 3 of us out. And then we came back, and we just sat there and played with them, and finally ended up killing them a few times. We took about 3 sets off of their whole group, and banked it, and then dipped out of there. And so I figured he was back. I don't know how much of a relationship he has with you, but I figured they were trying to hunt us back down from the other night. We didn't take you out and visit the Gate King, which is also one of our things that we love to do, is go find a good crossroads or go find a good spot and sit there, and all of a sudden out pops 8 people, and it's all one of us is invis. So the memes off of that are just fantastic. When all of a sudden you're running along, and all of a sudden you get stun locked by 8 people and killed instantly by one of us is invis.
That seems like it could be a lot of fun. You have to have a good spot for that. That's the thing, is if you guys get like
That's
your
a good
own
thing.
territory in the next map, you can have a place where you do that all the time. I mean,
Yep.
when I think about this, the difference between this game now and what it was in Beta 1 and Alpha 3 is that
Yeah.
people knew the territories and knew what to expect in the territories, because the territories belonged to somebody. And if you went there, that's who you fought. And I'm hoping
100%.
to
And you
bring
knew where
that
their
back.
money lines were. You knew where their money lines were, where people would run back and forth. And back then, it used to be very dangerous running back to town, especially even if you were a steady guild that would have
Mhm.
regular chains. I mean, there'd be people camping just waiting for you.
Oh my god, I just clicked on that raccoon picture. What the?
My God.
Oh gosh,
No,
why
you-
would you send that to
No.
him?
Why?
This is
Why?
why you are
Okay.
not allowed to send gifts in the group chat.
Yeah, no, I'm just telling you, those 2 are
And
permanent.
he's not seeing the animated one where they're swinging.
Oh my
This
gosh.
picture, it's hilarious.
That's fantastic. Well, you guys sound like you have an absolutely great time, and I really hope that with the changes that we have coming in this game, it helps out guilds that are your size. I really do. I think it would be great, because you guys, you're a lot of fun, and you guys deserve to be able to have a place here, and I hope that your family-friendly atmosphere continues.
100%. Well, my friends, I gotta get up early for work tomorrow, so thank you Shozen, for taking the time. We really respect what you do for your show. We enjoy watching it, a lot of us, and thanks for taking the time to hang out with us.
Well, you're welcome. I hope you guys enjoy the sassy nature of the show. I hope nobody wants Ryan Seacrest.
I just listen to it to hear Judy Boots, in the pre-warm up and later on, and
It's so good. It's so good. So
it's so good.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go to bed, and I will see if I can't make this thing work for Tuesday for the show. That's awesome.
So until next time, rest well and dream of large women.
I will. Thank you guys very much. Have a great evening, and I'll be in contact.
You too.
Thanks.
See you soon.
Later. Sorry, I was on.
All right, that was the interview with One of Us is Invis. That really sounds like you had a good time, Shozen.
Yeah, I did. I really enjoyed myself. They were really good guys. I didn't expect it to be that much fun. I mean, I was expecting to have a good time. I mean, I did stay up till 11:30 my time just to start that, and I was there with them until 3:00 in the morning. It was actually well past 3:00 by the time I got off with the last of them. It was a good time. We had a lot of interesting discussions.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could have picked some more of them, but it's 3.5 hours of a chat. It's hard to find the right 30 minutes that fit together. But it was a good time. It was a good time.
Cool. I will link their Discord and Twitch chat if you want to check them out. They are also shown on the screen right now. And I think that would be the normal AO Daily Show for today, right? Unless you have anything else.
Well, they are recruiting. I want to make sure everybody knows that they are recruiting. They're looking for new members. If you are a family-friendly individual and you are looking for something that's more your style, maybe you want to bring a little one with you, that might be the place. If you're not, don't go there. It's not that. No, don't do it. I know most of you are not. You're not. Don't do it. All right, let's draw some entries in the final raffle, and we'll announce these, and we'll get out of here. And we'll do whatever it is we do at the end.
Okay, will there be overtime today, Shozen? No, right?
No overtime. Tazik says he's not going to be able to make it. I saw him in chat, which confused the heck out of me because he said he wasn't going to be here until late.
Mm-hmm.
So if Tazik is here, he should let me know, and we could try to pull together the show last minute. I'd do it for you guys. We can make that happen. But if not, then yeah, we don't have the show this afternoon. But I'm a Doki, and It's a Madhouse just won the 3750 raffles, so they might want to claim them by whispering me, and I will get them to everybody before the next show.
All right, cool. Yeah, congratulations to the winners of the raffles. We will have the normal program resume tomorrow. We will go through all the announcements, all the details, look at everything we can show tomorrow. It will probably be an hour or so of just looking at what is there, and then
it's definitely gonna be a long one. I expect it. The idea that there's gonna be an overtime on that one, it'll be, if we don't finish by the time that crystals start, that's just not gonna happen. We're gonna be going right up to crystals.
I think we might be able to make it. I don't. This is just the beginning. I don't want to overhype it. I want to approach this, with a season-long
you want to drip and be like, hey, we have a little bit today. I feel like tomorrow we get to say the most of it. Like tomorrow they get most of the information, and then there'll be little bits that come out after that. But tomorrow is when I feel like they're getting like the big info, and there's no reason to say tomorrow isn't a big day. Tomorrow is going to basically fill you in on what you can expect to get out of this invasion season, right? This shortened, special, event-centric season.
I think you said a word.
Did I?
Okay, yeah. And with that, thank you for tuning in. You can find us every weekday here at twitch.tv/Albion Online at 18 UTC, where we cover a bunch of news, community updates, gossip, whatever we can find that is interesting and related to Albion Online. And then later on, you can find us on YouTube /AlbionTV and on SoundCloud /AlbionTV. And as soon as Shozen is back from redoing his office, we should also be able to get better at uploading stuff to SoundCloud. So you can listen to stuff on not only SoundCloud, but also Spotify and other places.
We don't have a lot of people who listen to the SoundCloud, but those who do are very vocal and they love it. That's their way of getting it, and without it, they get mad at me. And I feel bad, but like, yeah, it hasn't been up in almost a week. It's just, I haven't been there. My office has been down since Thursday. As soon as the show was, Wednesday. As soon as the show was over, I started taking down the offense. So everything was down. We'll get it up though. We'll get it up. It'll be there. And with the next phase, I'll try to get them out before the next show will be the goal.
Cool. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Oh wait.